First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
It made me want to quit my job. I felt really horrible afterwards.
Blake Lively's $1 million smile hides a dark secret that's about to explode. The actress who charmed her way into our hearts might not be the golden girl we thought she was. Accusations of bullying, on-set feuds, and manipulative behavior are threatening to tear down the facade she spent years building. From Gossip Girl to Hollywood royalty, Lively's ascent seemed picture-perfect. But behind the glamorous red carpet appearances and adorable Instagram posts with Ryan Reynolds, a storm was brewing. Former co-stars, assistants, and even journalists are coming forward with shocking stories that paint a very different picture of America's sweetheart. Are you ready to see the real Blake Lively? Blake Lively's $1 million smile and girl-next-door charm have won over audiences for years. But beneath that polished exterior, a storm is brewing that's about to blow the lid off her carefully crafted image. The golden girl of Hollywood might not be so golden after all. For years, Blake's reputation as America's sweetheart seemed bulletproof. She graced red carpets with effortless elegance, charmed interviewers with her quick wit, and seemed to float through Hollywood without a single scandal. But now, the cracks in her perfect facade are starting to show, and what's peeking through isn't pretty. Former co-stars and crew members are coming out of the woodwork, and they're painting a very different picture of Blake Lively, one that's a far cry from the bubbly, down-to-earth actress we thought we knew. Instead, they're describing a diva with a mean streak a mile wide. An actress who worked with Blake on a recent project spilled some serious tea. She claimed that Blake would accidentally step on her lines during crucial scenes, sabotaging her performance. It happened so often it couldn't be a coincidence, the actress revealed. She'd give me this fake apologetic look, but I could see the smirk behind her eyes. It was like she was playing a game and the rest of us were just pawns. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. A makeup artist who worked closely with Blake on multiple productions couldn't hold back any longer. They dished on Blake's diva-like demands and epic temper tantrums that would leave the entire crew walking on eggshells. One day, she threw a hair curler across the room because it wasn't hot enough. The makeup artist confessed. It nearly hit an assistant, but of course Blake played it off like it was all a big joke. Nobody was laughing though. The hits just keep on coming. Insiders from various film sets are stepping forward with stories that'll make your jaw drop. They claim Blake would use her star power to get crew members fired on a whim. One production assistant recalls, if she didn't like the way someone looked at her, they'd be gone the next day. No warning, no second chances. It was terrifying. As more stories emerge, each more shocking than the last, it's becoming clear that Blake's sweet persona might be nothing more than smoke and mirrors. The facade is starting to crack under the weight of these accusations, and what's underneath isn't pretty. One particularly damning account comes from a director who worked with Blake early in her career. They described how she would purposely sabotage other actresses' auditions for roles she wanted. She'd spread nasty rumors about them, or even steal their audition materials. The director revealed, "It was cutthroat behavior that I've never seen from someone so young in the industry." The stories don't stop there. A wardrobe stylist who worked on multiple projects with Blake shared some eye-opening experiences. She'd demand entire costume changes minutes before filming, throwing the whole production into chaos, the stylist said. And if you dared to suggest that it wasn't possible, she'd threaten to walk off set. It was her way or the highway. Always. Even Blake's seemingly picture-perfect relationships with her co-stars are coming under scrutiny. A fellow actor who shared the screen with her on a popular TV show spilled some serious tea. Off camera, she'd make snide comments about everyone's performances, always positioning herself as superior, they revealed. It created such a toxic atmosphere that some of us dreaded coming to work. As these stories continue to surface, the entertainment industry is buzzing with speculation. How long has Blake been hiding this side of herself? And more importantly, how has she managed to keep it under wraps for so long? The truth about Blake's on-set behavior threatens to destroy the career she's worked so hard to build. Her carefully crafted image of the relatable, friendly star is crumbling faster than she can patch it up. Fans who once idolized her are now questioning everything they thought they knew about the actress. Blake Lively's charm offensive with the press has hit a devastating roadblock, and the fallout is nothing short of explosive. Once upon a time, her relationship with the media was her secret weapon, a well-oiled machine that kept her image pristine and her fans adoring. But as we're about to discover, even the brightest stars can fall from grace when the spotlight turns harsh. It all started with what should have been a routine interview. Blake, ever the media darling, walked into the studio with her signature smile and wave. Little did she know, This would be the day her carefully crafted image would begin to crumble. The interviewer, a seasoned journalist known for her tough questions, caught Blake off guard with a series of probing inquiries about her on-set behavior. Witnesses report that Blake's demeanor shifted dramatically. Gone was the easygoing actress, replaced by a tense and defensive star who seemed unable to handle the pressure. As the questions continued, Blake's responses became increasingly erratic. She snapped at the journalist, accusing her of running a hit piece, and threatened to walk out mid-interview. But the real breaking point came when the interviewer innocently commented on Blake's outfit, asking if it was hiding a potential baby bump. What happened next left everyone in the studio stunned. Blake, visibly enraged, unleashed a tirade of insults at the journalist, reducing her to tears on live television. The actress stormed off set, leaving behind a shell-shocked crew and a PR disaster in the making. Within hours, the clip of Blake's meltdown had gone viral. Social media was ablaze with comments from shocked fans and gleeful critics. The actress who once commanded adoration was now the subject of ridicule and disappointment. But Blake's team, ever protective of their golden goose, attempted to spin the narrative. They released a statement claiming the actress had been ambushed and was simply defending herself against intrusive and inappropriate questioning. This move, however, only fanned the flames. The journalist, still reeling from the encounter, decided to share her side of the story. In a tell-all article, she painted a picture of Blake that was far from the sweet, approachable star the public had come to love. She described a woman who was demanding, rude, and completely unwilling to engage in any meaningful dialogue. As if things couldn't get worse, the floodgates opened. Suddenly, journalists from all corners of the industry were coming forward with their own Blake Lively horror stories. One reporter recalled how Blake had demanded final approval on all photos from a shoot, refusing to allow any that didn't meet her exacting standards. Another shared an anecdote about Blake's team threatening to blacklist their publication if they ran a story that painted her in anything less than a glowing light. The accusations kept coming. Stories of Blake manipulating interviews, shutting down lines of questioning she didn't like, and even attempting to dictate which journalists could attend her press events began to surface. The image of the relatable, down-to-earth star was rapidly disintegrating, replaced by one of a controlling diva who would stop at nothing to maintain her perfect facade. Blake's team went into overdrive, attempting to stem the tide of negative press. They arranged friendly interviews, pushed puff pieces to sympathetic outlets, and even considered a tearful televised apology. But it was too little, too late. The damage had been done, and the public wasn't buying it anymore. Social media, once Blake's playground of adoring fans and viral moments, turned into a battlefield. Hashtags like Blake Bully and Likely Lying trended for days. Fans who had once defended her tooth and nail now questioned everything they thought they knew about the star. Memes and parody videos of her interview meltdown flooded TikTok and Instagram, each one chipping away at the pedestal Blake had stood on for so long. As the pressure mounted, cracks in Blake's carefully curated image began to show. Paparazzi caught her in unguarded moments, looking stressed and disheveled, a far cry from the polished perfection she usually presented. Rumors began to swirl about tension on her latest film set, with whispers that co-stars were distancing themselves from the toxic fallout. Industry insiders started to speculate about the long-term damage to Blake's career. Would directors want to work with an actress who had become synonymous with on-set drama? Could she still draw audiences, or had her personal brand become too tainted? The questions piled up, and the answers looked increasingly grim for the once unstoppable star. Blake's name used to be the magic word that opened every door in Hollywood faster than you could say, action. But now, those same doors are slamming shut so hard you can practically hear the echo across Beverly Hills. From red carpet royalty to industry outcast, Blake's sudden shift in status is sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. The whispers started small, but they've grown into a deafening roar. Blake's behavior behind the scenes has apparently been less than stellar, and Hollywood has a long memory when it comes to bad attitudes. One by one, her circle of A-list pals has been shrinking faster than a wool sweater in hot water. The invites to exclusive gatherings? They seem to have gotten lost in the mail. Funny how that happens, right? One source close to the situation spilled the tea, saying, Blake used to be the life of every party. Now, it's like she's become Hollywood's persona non grata overnight. People are scared to be associated with her. It's wild how quickly things can change in this town. A veteran casting director, speaking on condition of anonymity, because let's face it, who wants to be the next target, laid it out plain and simple. When an actor becomes more trouble than they're worth, the jobs dry up. It doesn't matter how talented you are or how good you look on camera. If you're difficult to work with, word gets around fast in this industry. But here's where it gets really interesting, folks. Blake isn't taking this lying down. Oh no, she's been trying to do damage control faster than a publicist on Red Bull. But here's the kicker. Her attempts to salvage her image are backfiring spectacularly. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, and Hollywood can't look away. One PR expert weighed in on Blake's efforts, saying, "She's making rookie mistakes. Every move she makes to try and fix this is just digging the hole deeper. It's painful to watch, honestly. She needs to step back and reassess before she does any more damage." Blake Lively's fall from grace isn't just another Hollywood scandal. It's a cautionary tale that's sending shockwaves through Hollywood. The once beloved actress now finds herself in a PR nightmare that's spiraling out of control. With a staggering 70% of celebs never fully bouncing back from major scandals, Blake's future in the spotlight looks shakier than ever. Industry insiders are buzzing about whether Blake can pull off the impossible, a full-blown image rehabilitation. But let's face it, folks. This isn't just a quick fix with a tearful apology on a talk show. We're talking years of strategic moves and carefully orchestrated comebacks. The question on everyone's lips: does Blake have what it takes to weather this storm? Or is her reign as Hollywood's golden girl officially over?